When you have #1 beside your name, you have a target on your back. And this top-ranked team in the land is going on the road against a squad that can make its season if it can pull off a major upset. Sometimes it just seems the electricity is turned up for Saturday night college football on EA Sports. It's the Oregon Ducks and the Maryland Terrapins. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
I caught up with the Ducks head coach before the game. He knew all along that this new landscape in college football would be a challenge. That's why in the Big Ten, they were preparing all along for these West Coast teams to have to travel a long way. They've been putting some sports science research together to make sure their players have all of the information they need to perform at their best. We'll see if they can. To the field here today. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. He'll start the return inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Finds his man on the RPO. Breaks into the open. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. One big play, and now they've got it at the 42-yard line on first down. Moore with the play fake. Look out! Trying to make something happen. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Long way to go on second down. Here's Moore to throw. Here comes the heat. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there. Being started out great on this drive, but then a couple of incompletions, and now it's 3rd and 10. Moore to the air again. Fires to the right. It's caught. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. The Ducks are moving quickly down the field. From the gun. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Moore will throw. Taking a shot. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they closed the deal from 43 yards out with a touchdown pass. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find room for the big play. He'll be stopped after a short return. It's a coverage unit right on top of him. So Maryland's offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And finding space to throw the football against this secondary will be a challenge.
And this matchup is going to be so much fun to watch because this defense, they're really, really good. And they like to take away what you do best. And a lot of times that means focusing on your #1 guy. Palmer, here's a problem. There's 2 in this offense. So I can't wait to watch how they handle both of these guys that can make big plays and what answers they try to come up with.
I think that's the big question, right? Because it's really hard as a defense to double 2 guys. And I think if you're on offense here, you want to try and change the picture, change the formation and alignment, use motion, try and confuse this defense, or at least force them to communicate to get...
Oh, he found a space on the right. Ridden out of bounds at the 45, a big play for this offense.
Earlier, trailing in the game, someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running is able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Kept the last one on the ground. Now they'll throw. It's picked off, and they ruined the drive with a turnover. They got him down pretty quickly after the pick, but now they've got it at the 15-yard line. They'll go to the counter. Danced his way through traffic. Pick up a 4 to the 19. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Moore. Looking long. Makes the grab on the right. Turning on the jet. Touchdown, Ducks. He got a step and just dusted the field. On to attempt the try. The kick is up and good and put 1 more on the lead. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. The Terrapins will get things going on offense as they come onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Back to throw, it's Washington. Throws it deep. Pulls it in down the sideline. He's loose on the right. He's at the 10. And he strides his way into the end zone. Dodge! Maryland!
And that's what makes this guy so dangerous. You get him the ball early, and he can do all the work after the catch. Phenomenal job in the open field. Uses the speed. It's a long touchdown. Man, it feels like an earthquake just went off here.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have that guy that you can find, and he can make all that damage after the catch. And I tell you what, as a defense, you've got to respect it. You've got to get more eyeballs on him and more attention to him.
Just unloaded on the kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. Could not make his way to the corner. The Ducks moving quickly to the line. They'll go play action with Moore. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. In the gun on 3rd down, Moore. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. And the Ducks will punt it away on 4th down. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He's got great speed. No room to bring it back. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Rush is on, and he never had a chance.
He has been terrorizing quarterbacks all year long. That now his 10th sack of the season. He's got speed. He's got power. He's going to play on Sundays, and he is not cooperating with this offense's game plan.
Gets rid of it, and he avoids the sack.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack 1st down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. The Terrapins will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Making his first move. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Out wide left, it's Moore. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The Ducks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Throwing Moore. He's going to let it go. Caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Ducks.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Maryland's offense comes out ready to go on the attack. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now soften them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
Selling the fake. Throws for the tight end. Grabbed in the middle. It's Fleming. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
If you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze this.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Sets his feet. It's Washington. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
I don't even know if the offense is aware that they have other eligible targets downfield. It feels like every single throw early in this game has gone this guy's way.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Left side is Watson. He's not going to get there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down decision. And the Terrapins decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. We might have wanted to just let that one go to see if it would go into the end zone, but makes the fair catch at the 5. They are backed up. Defense smelling blood as this drive starts at the 5. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. At the 20, he's got space. And a good pickup to move the chains, and the clock will expire, and that's how they'll be set up to start the 2nd quarter. While we're only through 1, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. So 1st down here as they go back to work. Fighting off the defender. Tackled way behind the line. It'll be a loss of 7.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Dante Moore fires to the middle. It's caught downfield. Good, solid pickup on that one, and they've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw one first. He puts some heat on that one down the middle. It's caught, and he scores! Touchdown, Oregon! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. This dude is revving his engine like that duck coming out on a motorcycle. He is putting up points and finding the promised land.
And it's nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, they just keep finding at Oregon as trigger men, not only throw the football, but guys who can pick them up and put them down and make big plays.
And the returner is stopped. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. There's no question this team is reeling down 28-7, and they have to find a way to get a score on the board with this drive. Makes the catch on the left. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
Yeah, I think if you're on offense right now, you're thinking, I don't know if our defense can stop them. They couldn't do it the last drive out. We're down a lot on the scoreboard right now, so we need to score touchdowns every time we have the ball. That was a big play for them, but they got to cap this thing off.
Yeah, and this has been tough sledding. All right, this offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over. But here's the thing, man. Thank God you don't play this defense every week.
It's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. More play action. Trying to burn this defensive back.
Defenses have their hands full with him. They just give up a big pass there for a first down, but it's not just the arm you got to worry about, it's his legs too. This guy's top 10 in the nation, total touchdowns scored, and that's why he's in the discussion for the Heisman Trophy.
A strike downfield. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Here's Moore to throw. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Touchdown, Ducks! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
He'll bring it back from inside his spot. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Terrapins will get things going on offense as they come onto the field. Ball security going to be paramount this time, Jesse.
Yeah, and sense of urgency, too. They're trailing in this game right now. The turnover wasn't great, so, David, they really got to be able to put something positive together on this drive.
Put something positive together, be aggressive, but don't be reckless. Can't have any more of those turnovers.
Back to pass, it's Washington. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And that's now their third sack of the game. This is one of the best units in the entire country getting after the quarterback. They have done such a great job recruiting athletes up front and in their front seven. They can blitz, they can rush you with 4, with 3, but they've got dudes that can beat you one-on-one, and you're seeing that in this game.
The Terrapins will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. And the Ducks are in the hurry-up. Moore.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space and...
Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! He scores for the 5th time in this game. And the extra point was good to finish things off. On the move from inside his 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Wide receiver comes in motion. A snap, wants to throw to start this drive. Fires on the move. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, they already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite this fan base.
Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
To the air, it's Washington. Another incompletion on third down.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Ollie, what update do you have on that?
Checking in from the Oregon sideline. Guys, they have a big lead right now, and they were expected to be here. One of the top teams in the country. They have performed that way here today. Even though some of the players are starting to celebrate just a little bit, coaches keep saying we have more work to do. If they really want to continue to be one of the best teams in the country, they have to keep their foot on the gas to end this game. Back to you.
All right, Holly. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Turns it upfield. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
And an early completion for this dude, but you'll see a lot of that. I mean, he's been unreal this season, like spreading the football around, multiple guys. Every game you look up, he's putting up huge numbers. This offense is built around his ability to throw the football, and that's why he's one of the best in all of college football.
Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. The Ducks are rolling down the field. Moore with the play fake. Fires to the wideout. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Dropping back, it's Washington. Unloads to the right. He makes a catch. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Fresh setter downs going to the air. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. And the Terrapins trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And, man, it's fun to watch a defense that really knows how to pressure the quarterback and that have guys that can win up front. That's the 4th sack of the day. We're still in the first half, but they got a bunch of guys up front that twist and stunt and move and know how to rush the passer. This offense has got to find a way to get the ball out quicker and protect better up front.
They're all over him. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Terrapins will call on their punt team. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They'll go play action with Moore. Fires to the tight end. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
The Ducks want to move quickly.
And you really want your best player to be your quarterback, to be your leader. And he's been that all year long. Dude, he's in the top 10 passing in all of college football, and he's leading this team very very much in the Heisman race. And guess what? Got a chance to end the year strong, make a statement, and go out and be maybe the best player in all of college football.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Throwing more. Going for the big play. And his throw is incomplete.
And good job by the defense. The defense clearly knew where they were going with the football. Double coverage out wide, making sure they don't give up a touchdown to that guy. Nice job by the defense.
Making the adjustment. Dante Moore wants to throw again. What a job to lay out and make the catch. And the Ducks will line it up on 1st and 10.
And this guy has been putting up huge video game type stat numbers each and every week. Threw for over 300 yards last week. He's putting up another monster game today, late in the year when you know.
Catch and stride inside the 15. A likely touchdown saving tackle, but the catch and run takes it down to the 7. Moore to the air. Lets it go to the end zone. Fires into the end zone, incomplete.
And I'm not surprised they're letting him throw the football down here near the end zone. Like, that dude's been really, really good. And you can trust him.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you. And I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, down the stretch we come on what's been a thrilling college football season. Week 11 filled with storylines. We start with the Oklahoma State Cowboys taking on the number 12 team, the BYU Cougars.
And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Maryland's offense comes out ready to go on the attack. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won.
Oh, there's an alley to the left. And he froze that defender. He thought he was going to pitch it, kept it himself, and turned it into a big play. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Fresh set of downs going up top. Grabbed behind the line. Ball is loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Defensive coordinators always preach swatting and batting at the football and trying to punch it out, trying to dislodge the ball from the ball carrier, and boy, they did it right there.
Stands in and takes the hit. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. Holly, what do you have?
Guys, things are starting to get intense down here on the sideline. The turnovers have been the story of this game, and it all starts with this defense. After that last interception, they came to the sideline and
he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, that's the 2nd pick in as many series now for this quarterback. But, David, I love the defense right now, the way they're reading and reacting to all these route concepts. I mean, they are all over these guys on the back end.
All over the field, making...
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Pass protection has been a problem all night long, and now it's 2nd and a mile. Moving the pocket, it's Washington. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
And that's frustrating for an offense, man, because you got great field position set up. You want to be aggressive. You want to take advantage of it. But in order to do that, the offensive line has to do their job. You've got to give your QB time. They don't do it. And back-to-back plays, they're...
And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack. And the Terrapins send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Fair catch is signaled for and made. They'll mark it at the 12, and they'll start in a bit of a hole. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Snags it. Across the 25, he's got room. They finally get to him. A what a play there to pick up the first down. The Ducks racing to the line in the hurry-up. Dante Moore. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Lots of running room. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Oregon. He's in the house for the 6th time in this game. And the extra point splits the uprights. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. They'll start on the ground with Duke Watson. Just smothered on the play.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
This is a situation here in the third quarter. This offense did not want to be in facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. The Terrapins will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. On the run, fires downfield. Complete to the right. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Here's Moore to throw. Fires deep toward the end zone. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Hand it to the back. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long.
Eagle! Spear! Right at the end!
On the gun on 3rd down, Dante Moore. He'll get rid of it. Right side, it's Moore. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. The Ducks are moving quickly down the field. Moore will throw. Got him downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. A first down for the offense. Moore. Rush right in his face. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down.
Man, these windows get tighter down here in the red zone, and those catches are a little bit more contested, more people near you, and it gets a little bit more difficult. But you need your players to step up for your QB and make big plays. I think he's going to look back and say, I should have made that play.
Moore from the gun on 3rd down. He wants it all. Touchdown, Ducks. Quick strike through the air for the score. Into the end zone for the 7th time in this game.
And a lot of times when you get down here in the red zone, man, it's players, not plays. finding your individual matchups that you feel very confident in. And I'm not surprised they went to their go-to wide receiver. And I'm also not surprised that he won on the outside and got the touchdown.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. He'll start on the ground with Duke Watson. He's stopped in the backfield again, and this just hasn't been his night. It's been more like a nightmare. Second down to the air.
And if this offense wants to get back in the football game, it starts up front. Like, they've got to do a better job of protecting their quarterback. A third down and long situation coming up, they'll have another opportunity. They got to keep their quarterback upright.
They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Oh, he didn't get past the marker before starting his slide, and now it's 4th down. And the Terrapins will bring the punt team onto the field. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Makes the signal, secures the fair catch, and they'll put it in play at the 37. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Moore, play action. Going to try to get it himself. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better there.
And it's his 4th interception of the game. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, the good news is after that second pick of the 3rd quarter now for this guy, they're still winning the game, but they are living dangerously right now. And they can't expect to hold on to that. But this guy keeps making bad decisions like we've seen here now in the first period of the second half.
Man, it's got to be frustrating because you always talk about taking care of the football, and you've got to lead. In the second half, you need your quarterback to play smart.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Wants to throw. It's Washington. He's got it.
I just continue to be impressed watching this guy play. Good decision-making, very accurate. He's obviously got a lot of talent surrounding him, so no surprise with that last completion. He's now over 3,000 yards on the year.
In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
And we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the first half. Second half, they come out. They're trying to throw the football, man. I just don't know where the weaknesses are. They're going to have to keep working and keep trying to make that big play and stay aggressive. But so far, on every level of this defense, they've been dominant.
They are stuck deep in their own territory and trying to get out, opening the drive from their own 3. Complete.
You just love seeing your leaders and your best players punctuate this season, right? This quarterback, one of the best in the nation. We knew that. He threw for over 300 yards a week ago. He does it again in this game, too. And that's why a lot of people are tabbing this guy, not only to go to New York City, but to have a real shot of taking home the Heisman Trophy, playing his best football late in the year.
Offense a little backed up here, and boy, would it help to convert this 3rd down. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Quick completion on the out route. And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a 1st down, and we'll see if they get another play off here in the 3rd. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. And this beatdown is close to completion as we reach the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. Throwing, Moore. Fires to the right. Makes the catch. It's Moore. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. And the Ducks in the hurry-up.
Well, if you're going to be in the Heisman picture, you got to make plays week in, week out at receiver, and that's what he does. He's a good route runner. He's reliable, and he's got speed to take it to the house. Top
goes high to pull it in. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. Moore to the air. A shot toward the end zone, and they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Give him 6. Touchdown, Ducks! That score pushes this out to a comfortable margin, and they are oh so close to a 10-game winning streak.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position.
And he pumps it up inside the 20. He is in, takes the fumble to the house. Touchdown, Oregon. That ought to be enough to make this lead insurmountable, and with it, they'll be a perfect 10-0. And that kick was perfectly down the middle. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The Terrapins will get things going on offense as they come onto the field. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. They put the brakes on him. The Terrapins with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Working that wide receiver screen. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish.
He wants to go deep. He's got it inside the 30. Turns it on down the left side. To the house. Touchdown, Ducks. They stretch this lead here in the 4th, and now they're closing in on their 9th win of the season. And the extra point is good. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be knocked down. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. From the gun, it's Howard. Oh, he's got some space. Smashes him with the stiff arm. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the 2nd level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
2nd and long here. They'll run it. They'll give him 3 yards on the play. It's 3rd and 7.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. And the Terrapins line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And he can't quite get it down or out of bounds. It's into the end zone for a touchback. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
Moore from the gun, trying to convert third down. Finds space on the right. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Ducks will hustle to the line.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part.
Going deep. It's complete. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11. And the extra point is good. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cover the final 54 yards with the explosive play in the passing game for 6. Let's see what he can do with the return. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Jones wants to throw it. They're going to get him for a safety. Tried to make something out of nothing and still got stuck for the 2.
And that kind of sums up the day for this offense. I mean, nothing has really gone your way. Now you give up the safety. Tell you what, this team's got a lot of work to do over this next week to get better, to improve. This was a bad day.
Oregon offense will take over. First and 10.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Making the adjustment on the play. Under pressure. Hit as he throws. Wide open downfield. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. RPO complete. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Well, I know everyone expected this guy to put up big numbers, but I don't know if anyone thought he could go for over 2,000 receiving yards on the year, but he did with that last catch. Wow.
The handoff. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
He'll bring it out. It's Howard. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Maryland's offense comes out ready to go on the attack. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David, but I'll say this. If you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build on, David, you're talking about.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
Well, this one had all the suspense